Desmarais Media.
Hi, my name's Aiden Starfang, and whenever I film at any parks, my main goal is to capture the overall quality of the park itself, starting with durability, accessibility, convenience, and most importantly, fun.
Today I'm going to be visiting different parks in the Tri-City area. Right here we're at John G. White Memorial North Park, Jesus. And I'm not going to spend too much time here, but let me get to the gist of it. I'm just going to go to parks in the Tri-City area like Roy, Clinton, Sunset, maybe Clearfield, and sort of reviewing them. So you probably, if you live in Sunset or come around here, you've seen this place. This is the infamous skate park. It was built in 2008. I'm not going to spend too much time here talking about this place. And this is the park by Smith's, and across from the Fifth Ward Church, or First Ward, Fifth Ward, whatever that's called. Fremont Elementary up there. So I'm not going to spend too much time here. There's not really anything to see. There's the skate track, skate park. This is obviously a walking trail. 30 some odd years ago they had more here. They had swings like over here, and the fence there used to be along the front, and there was an opening to get in the park. And then there used to be these little like baby swings right over there, and it's hard to remember because there's this track that's here that wasn't there back then. They used to have these little like tractor tires right here that you kids could play on, and then they tore those out about 20 years ago. So there's not really much to do. I mean, they still have the old play set over there, but those are for like real little, like toddlers and kindergartners. So when I first started school back there in the 90s, they had the swing sets right there, and the baby swing sets right there, and then things. But they have the junior football or whatever. They come out here and do warm-ups, play games, whatever, and then of course the skate park. So basically, I mean, my opinion of this park, maybe 30 years ago, I'd say, oh, isn't that cute? They scraped off not. So look, it's allowed. It's allowed now. Basically, my opinion, I mean, it's a really pretty park. Look at in autumn time, the leaves, the different yellows and oranges and greens. Of course, all that will be gone by Christmas. So, because with the leaves falling. I mean, it's a pretty park, but really, it's useful if all you're going to do is just walk the trail, which that got put in like 2009, I think. Honestly, it bugs me they decided to move that road right there between the apartments and the skate park that goes right up to the school as a quick way in and out. Because oftentimes I see kids skating on there, and they'll fly off and go like kind of into that street there, and it's, especially during the day, you can get hit. So I don't know. They also got rid of the old bathrooms. They replaced them with those new ones right there. Shouldn't turn the phone there. Right there. Those new fangled, ready to go bathrooms that every new park seems to have. But I guess my opinion or my critique would be, it's a nice park. If you live, like, close by, and you're, like, elderly or disabled, or just kind of have a hard time, you know, going places, that might be the park for you. Because really, if you have, like, mobility issues, but you can walk a bit, go there with a friend, and you can just walk, like, a couple of, you know, laps around the park. Couple of laps on the track. So my score would be out of 10. You know, I'm gonna reduce that and say out of 5. Because none of these parks are really like, and I'm counting Clearfield, Clinton, Roy. None of the parks are really like, oh, golly gee, wow. They're all kind of basic. In fact, in my opinion, a lot of them were better back in the 90s and early 2000s before the city stepped in and removed certain features and, you know, made it look less like a park. So I'm giving them scores out of 5, and I would say John G. White Park, out of 5, I would give it a comfy 3, because it's not terrible. Yeah, 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5 thumbs up or stars or toots or whatever iconography you can think of in your mind to fill the void of, you know, a positive upvoting system. John G. White Park gets 3.
Hi everyone, Aiden Starfang here, and I'm just remastering the first episode of Parks and Pits, and I realize I don't believe that I capped the video off with a proper evaluation, and it wouldn't matter anyways because I have gone and I have changed the way that I grade these videos. I no longer do tally marks or numbers, I just do a straight flat grading system. And I figured that I would go through and rewatch this video and give a proper rating for the end of the video and talk about the pros, the cons, and this and that about the John G. White North Memorial Park. Now, it's a small park. The video itself is a small video. I think it's only about 9 minutes. It'll be over that with this added onto it. But for all intents and purposes, it's a decent park. It has a skate park for young people to use. It has a walking track for people and their dogs, elderly people. First off, for cleanliness, it's a very clean park, which honestly surprises me because for many years it was right next to a school. That school is no longer, it's still a school now, but it's not the same school it was at the time that I filmed this. It used to be Fremont Elementary School, and now I believe it's, I don't know the name of it, but it's a charter school now. So it's still a school, but it's a different school. And I'm kind of amazed at how clean the park is in this video and just how it's, you know, there's very little clutter in the way of refuse that I've found, you know, whenever I've passed through there. It's remarkable how clean it's always been. So, with that said, cleanliness right off the bat gets an A. Location gets... Let's talk about location really quick before I go in and giving it its grade. It's located right by 3 major hubs. It's located directly across the street from an LDS church. It's located in front of and kind of down a little hill a ways from a school. It's still a school, like I said, but it's no longer like in the district or something. And it's also located adjacent from Smith's grocery store just up the street. So that is very, very good location-wise, because one way or the other you're going to find out about this park and be able to go visit yourself or bring your kids or pets or whoever. So location gets an A. That's 2 A's if we're keeping score. Cleanliness, location A. Safety or durability, they're interchangeable, the same thing. I didn't really go up and investigate the playground equipment when I was there, and I really should have done that. But I can tell you the playground equipment, it's all made of that metal stuff, and there's also a brand new playground that they installed. The skate park portion, it seems like they keep it up to date most of the time. So, I mean, they've lost the central park, so this is really the only part that they use for all of that. So, I would even have to say for safety. Actually, knowing I had the dock points, and here's why. Because the street that runs parallel from the school to the skate park out to the street is very dangerous, because kids that are using that skate park, how many times, I can't count, I've seen kids fly off the ramp on their boards and just narrowly miss an oncoming car. Because when cars are coming through there to pick their kids up, I imagine that hasn't changed today, even though it's a charter school. The parents coming and going are in tunnel vision. They're not paying attention. So safety gets docked, and it's a big deal because someone could potentially die from that. So for safety, I'm going to have to give it a C. That street they need to segregate the skate park from the street, because that was a terrible, terrible idea for them to do that. And then to also have like this idling, they have no idling signs posted, but it's used as an idling lane. And there's an apartment complex with young parents and kids and elderly people right next door. I used to live there. And people are sitting there in their cars idling, and all that monoxide and stuff is just leaking right through the fence and the trees into your windows. That's like the most poisonous, toxic trash you could ever want to breathe in. It's just terrible. So it gets a C for safety. For accessibility, it's got pretty much what you're going to need. My complaints would be there needs to be more benches. There's really a big lack of places to sit. There needs to be more of the dog filth receptacles, because I think they've only got the one, if even. They got the track, which is good for people with mobility issues, elderly people, people in crutches, wheelchairs, whatever. There needs to be more places to sit, basically. So for accessibility, I give it a B. Now, lastly, for fun, I think there's something for everybody to do here. The track I just talked about, the big playground equipment, but the old one, the blue and yellow one, and then the brand new one that's like brown, red, and green, I think. Those are brand new for kids. They used to have swing sets. Those have long since been gone for over 30 years. The skate park, the track, the field itself can be used for football or soccer or whatever. So there's pretty much something for everybody to do. So my final grade in this evaluation of the park, John G. White North Memorial Park, would be a B+. So it passes. It's definitely a park, not a pit. I don't think I've ever visited it and felt in the past or recent present that it was a pit. It's definitely a park. So thank you for watching and supporting the channel, and I hope to see you in the next one. So thank you everyone for watching. I hate to sound like a broken record, but please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more of my park audits, because especially if you're here in Clearfield, Utah, your tax dollars
regardless if you go to the parks, if you're paying taxes, your tax dollars are going to the parrot tax fund, which funds all these things, all these amenities. So it's important that you know where your tax dollars are going to. So until then, I'll see you in the next one.